Hello and welcome back to another amazing episode of the Stephen Jarvis and Friends podcast. Damn it, I screwed up. Sorry about that. The Jarvis podcast. I'm your host, Stephen Jarvis, and today I'm giving a little bit of a review on the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, even though it's been out for, almost a month now. I like it. It's definitely a great game. I ultimately think that there's some things they can fix. And with the latest updates and patches that they've been putting out, I think it will. Um, like, one thing I always get mad about is every time you play Leatherface or a killer and the survivors being able to just stab you over and over again, it seems like. And Leland's able to bowl you over so quickly, and there's been times where I'll have a random door shut on me, and I won't even be near that door, but then all of a sudden the door just slams shut, and I'm knocked out for a little bit with Leatherface. I don't think the killers are overpowered, and if they are, they should be. I mean, this is Texas Chainsaw Massacre we're talking about. The Leatherface was overpowered, so I think that's pretty good. Um, I also think that uh, the game could be better, yes, and it will. We just got to give it time. This isn't Ilphonic who, makes a game and then all of a sudden they're done with it, like with Predator and all that. And I see people, shitting on Gun Media. A lot of people need to realize it wasn't Gun Media that screwed over Friday the 13th, the game. They were trying to do the best they could. Ilphonic had more probably a free range of what they're hoping to do, and with the lawsuit that killed the game. But we're gonna get a new Friday the 13th game supposedly. So yeah, let's give Gun Media, a bit of a pass for what happened with Friday the 13th. They're doing very well with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, the first day it came out on consoles, it kind of ran a little sluggish, but you know what? It's okay. They did the tech test. It was only for PC. I hope one day that they'll decide to do it for consoles as well, because just think, if you do it for PC and consoles at the same time, that's going to make your game run smoother maybe, and also it's going to show you how much um abuse the servers can take, rather than just like, well, we're going to do it on PC, we're going to stress the servers out, and we're going to wait to release it on consoles when it comes out. I don't think that works very well. I mean, I'm glad that the PC players, are thought of, so fondly, but I think console players should be too. You could get a lot of feedback from console players as well. And, yeah, PC players are going to be considered the more dominant system that the gaming industry wants. But at the same time, uh, consoles can do almost the same thing as a PC can. Yeah, PCs run better, but consoles can provide a very well-meaning tech test as well. I love the survivors. Leland, I always get a kick out of it, because usually when I'm a survivor, if I ever die, it's because a Leland is there. And it always fucking happens that a Leland gets me killed. So, not saying I'm the greatest survivor, but I'm mediocre at best when it comes to survivor. Killer, I'm pretty good. I usually get about 3 kills um per match. Sometimes I get 4s. It just depends on what teammates you have as killer. Same thing with survivor. And there's a lot of people that claim or say that this game is like Dead by Daylight. No, it's not. They're two different games. Um, and that's the way they should be looked at. DBD, you have one killer and you're taking down generators as survivors. You're building the generator up. Where in Texas Chainsaw, you're not doing that. So I don't get where um all the observations and so-called similarities that they have none. Um, Other than you're running from killers. That's the only similarity. DBD is a fine game, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a fine game too. I think that if people would get past their whole pettiness on DBD's better, oh no, Texas Chainsaw better, both games can have a following. Just like Call of Duty has a following. Even though it's the same shit every year, let DBD people love DBD and let people that love Texas Chainsaw Massacre love Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then there's people in the middle that love both games and can see that, hey, the only similarity is that you have to escape and get away from a killer or killers. So I never understood why people always say, "Oh, it's ripping off DBD." It's not. There's there's no way in hell Texas Chainsaw Massacre the game is ripping off DBD. And I think people that are thinking that should just, either go to bed or, quit playing games. Uh Another thing, I love the levels. I love how some of them are during the day, some of them are at night. I think it helps out a lot with learning the maps. I know some people have been complaining about that too. But you know what? Honestly, you got to learn to play the game. And yeah, you may die a million times. Trust me, I've done it. Even in Friday the 13th, as a survivor, I had died many times. Hard It was hard for me to survive. But at the very same time, in Texas Chainsaw Massacre the game, it helps you get better. You learn different strategies on how to take on the killers. You learn different strategies on how to take the care of the survivors. Everything about online multiplayer games is strategy. And I think if people truly 100% grasp that concept, they'd be like, you know what? Who cares if I die a million times as victim? Or who cares if I'm getting 1 to 2 kills a game? It's not a competition, and I hate when people make it that way because honestly, it's not a competition. It shouldn't be. You can compete against your friends, fine, do a private match. But if you're in there and you're, you know, talking smack and saying, "Oh, I killed all your friends and I'm the best at this." So what? Go play Fortnite or go play Apex where, there's competitions for it. Um I love that Gunnar Hansen, is being honored by Kane Hodder in the game with the ending of each match with the chainsaw dance. I wish there would be different ones, different endings. So, like, let's say all 4 survivors survived and escaped. Why not have Leatherface be pissed? Or if, you and the family got all the victims or survivors and you killed them all and they're sitting at the dinner table eating or something, you know? I wish that scene would be different. I wish the cutscene with Leatherface killing the victim early on, I wish that would be different as well. I think that most of these games kind of do become redundant with that. And, it's a small critique. I'm not going to complain much about that. Like I said, my only complaint is the people that say it's just like Dead by Daylight. It's not. There's nothing about this game that makes it anything remotely Dead by Daylight. And, I saw in so many YouTubers' chats people just saying, well, if you like this game, you can't like Dead by Daylight. Or if you like Dead by Daylight, you can't like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You can like both games. Both games are going to have their own fans. Both games can live in the same breath as DBD and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's not, you don't need to tell people, oh, you got to love one or the other. No, they don't. They can love both. I personally didn't care for Dead by Daylight, But I'm not gonna go over to someone's stream and shit on it every 2 seconds and say, "Oh, this game's horrible. It's just like Texas Chainsaw Massacre." No. I understand that there's people that like different games. They like certain games, and, it comes down to a person's, um, opinion or what they truly like in a game. I know I used to like Call of Duty games. Now, they're bland. It seems that, they're pimping out, you know, they're pimping out the name Call of Duty is pretty much what's going on there. And I think, not to get off topic, but I think if Texas Chainsaw keeps doing very well, it's going to show Malika Cod that, hey, we need a Halloween game now. And I honestly hope we get that. I I know there's so many people that would play it. Yeah, you're gonna have the people out there that are gonna bitch and whine about it, like, "Oh, why do we need a Halloween game?" Because the fans love that shit. I mean, look at Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Look at Friday the 13th. Yeah, it had its issues, but you had that core people that loved the franchise as a whole that are still playing it. I love playing the game, even though they're not gonna do anything more with it. But see, that love showed them that, hey, maybe we need a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. Well, the love for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, what if that points us into the direction of we need to make a Halloween game? And yeah, there's gonna be people that are like, well, it's only gonna be Michael Myers as the killer and yada yada yada. How are we gonna do that? Is it gonna be single player? Yada yada yada. I think it can be both. I think you can have it where you're playing against AI or the computer, and if you go online, you're playing against either your friends or other people. And I honestly think it could work. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is proving that. DBD has proved that. Friday the 13th, the game has proved that. And it's going to be a huge moneymaker. Put it on Game Pass right away, too. Just like what you did with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's gonna do big. A Halloween game will do big. I promise. It's just we got to get these people out that are toxic and hackers and make sure that they're not ruining the game for people. And honestly, I think people need to get over the fact that there's going to be hackers in any game you look at. That's the way they have to play. That's the only way they feel they'll win. And if they do have to do it, just goes to show you that they can't play a game and they can't have fun with it. They have to literally cheat to have fun with the game, and that's not fun. So I think with my review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. There's not much wrong with it. Little things, and the developers have already said they're going to work on that. So to me, let's just let them work on it. Let's not lose our shit, lose our cool, bitch and moan on Reddit or Hub or Discord saying, well, they're not giving us what we want. They are. It's just going to take a while. And they're giving us updates. They're patching the game. So I honestly think Texas Chainsaw Massacre is going to have a really, really huge shelf life. I think it's going to continue to get better. It's just they got to fix some things. And that's okay. The game hasn't been out very long. They'll fix those things in due time. They've already said that. And I honestly do believe if they keep going in the right direction, this game, I don't think it'll have a lawsuit. I really don't. But honestly, I hope this game keeps continuing to get better. I love the game. I haven't played it in a few days because I'm not one of those people that can play a game every single day. I have to mix it up or else I get bored of it and I get burnt out on that game. So I think I'm going to wrap it up. I know this was kind of a short stream, but as you all know, my live streams on here do tend to not be very long unless I have either a guest or I'm very, very researchable on the topic. Um, Tuesday, I will be doing a pre record of the movie Street Law, which had Franco Nero in it. Great movie, underrated. Um, I think either it was before Death Wish or after, or maybe even at the same time. Who knows? I'll get more back onto that on Tuesday. If you want to join me tonight, later on, I think about 5 or 6, I will be live streaming Texas Chainsaw Massacre on my Twitch channel, which you can find all my social medias in the description below. Hopefully, you all enjoy it. Um, we're on the road to 100 subscribers on here. We're at 85. We only need 15 more, and we're at 100 on YouTube. Uh, and on Twitch, we're on the road to, I think, 20 or 25 followers. So if you want to come over and watch gameplay, talk crap about my gameplay, as long as you're respectful, that's fine. So I will see you later on tonight. Thank you all for watching the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know with some of my streams, I'm all over the place, but I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you all later tonight. Thank you.